Hi, I'm Tim.
And I'm Jennifer, and we are the Owens Group, and welcome to the Psychology of Everyday Success.
Welcome.
Today, our topic is healing our mother wounds.
Yeah, wow.
This is a deep topic, and we won't be able to cover it all during today's show. So, immediately following the show, we will go on Facebook Live to continue the discussion of this important topic. We can cover it more fully, answer some questions, allow for live questions and answers. And all you have to do is go to our Facebook page. You can search Psychology of Everyday Success Facebook in Facebook groups, or you can go to facebook.com/groups/ Psychology of Everyday Success. So, without further delay, let's get to our topic, healing our mother wounds.
Absolutely.
Um, so we're going to start by just talking about what the definition of a mother is.
Mhm.
We feel like that's very important because a mother is someone who raises a child with care, intimacy, and affection. And that's pretty much what we came up between the two of us. It's much deeper than that,
It is.
but we'll talk about it more later.
Absolutely. We'll get more into that, especially during the live. But what is a mother wound and how does it develop? So a mother wound is a mental, emotional, and spiritual wound delivered from the mother to the in the relationship to the child in the relationship. Mother wounds develop from the natural imperfections that all mothers bring to the table where their mother-child relationship is concerned. Some mother wounds are relatively small and insignificant, while others can cause real mental and emotional damage to a child, both in childhood and in adulthood. It has significant implication. So let me just share with you a little bit about a client that I had a while back. We'll call her Mary. Mary is not her real name. But I wanted to kind of tell you a little bit about her story to kind of, tell a little bit about, explain really what we mean by mother wound. So Mary was the oldest daughter in a large family. There were, I think, about 7 siblings in the family. And mom was a single mom trying to raise Mary and her six brothers and sisters. So she was the oldest daughter. There was 1 or 2 brothers who were a little bit older than her, but Mary, when she turned about 13, she sort of took on the responsibility of sort of really mothering the entire family. Her mom kind of pushed her in that direction because mom, let's face it, needed some help. Mom had two or three jobs depending on the time of the year, and was just trying to keep food on the table, a roof over their heads, but she didn't have the time really to parent Mary and her brothers and sisters. And so Mary then, as the oldest daughter, was sort of required and drafted for that position. So Mary took care of the laundry and the cooking and the cleaning and the getting groceries to the house and the making sure that her brothers and sisters, like even when they were sick, she helped to doctor them and took care of them. She was the one. She ran the household. So Mary, then we call that Mary was a parentified child. So then by about age 17 or so, 17, 18, Mary is burnt out in terms of the parenting piece. She feels like she was never got an opportunity to really have a childhood, and as a result, she was looking for an escape. She ends up marrying an older man, and just to kind of get away from that household. Well, her marrying the older man in haste, in that she ends up in a relationship that had domestic violence in it. He was violent toward her, and so that kind of really kind of spiraled things downward for her. She eventually ends up using substances. She has an addiction to drugs. Was in and out of jail from time to time. Not safe, not well, and so things didn't go well for her. But and all of that stems back to the parentification of Mary and that mother wound that she experienced. So Jen's going to talk a little bit about 12 reasons you may have a mother wound. Go ahead, Jen.
hmm So, one of the reasons why you might have a mother wound is because your mother was emotionally unavailable. And that might be for a myriad of reasons. It might be that she was stressed, preoccupied, in an unhealthy relationship.
Yeah,
So there could be several reasons why that might be. Your mother might not have been attuned to your needs as a result of that. That's number two. And number three, your mother was abusive in any way. Could be mentally, emotionally, physically.
absolutely. Yeah. So another reason that you may have a mother wound is that your mother used guilt to control you. She just tried to make you feel guilty, in for whatever reason, in order to make sure that you did exactly what it is she wanted you to do. You would never go to your mother with a personal problem that might indicate that you have a mother wound. You never felt you were enough for your mother. Just never were able to live up to her expectations or standards, no matter what you did.
hmm And some other reasons are you never thought um, you thought you had to be perfect.
Yeah,
A lot of times when we go into perfection mode, that means like we're overthinking or overdoing. You weren't allowed to express your negative emotions. So being able to say no to something, but being very codependent in that way, that could cause a mother wound. Your mother might have looked to you as a child for emotional support. So that might have been part of the reason you have a wound.
absolutely. Um, we just talked about being parentified by your mother, so that could be another reason. Your mother had untreated mental health or addiction issues that would definitely cause a mother wound. Your mother was competitive with you, and saw you more as competition rather than as somebody to as her child, somebody to come to work, to love and support.
hmm So now I'm going to go into signs of mother wounds. These are a couple things that might exist. And so some of the complications or things that you might have challenges with might be difficulty setting boundaries, the inability to ask for and receive support, feeling threatened or competitive with women, period.
Yeah, absolutely. Resentment towards your children, that might be a sign of a mother wound. Minimizing yourself to avoid your full potential, that could be another mother wound. Accepting poor treatment from others, as because you were treated poorly, that could be
hmm
a mother wound.
Also feeling like you have this inability to connect with your true self.
Yeah,
Um, Sometimes even low self-esteem or lack of love for your body. Those might be some challenges that you might have, or signs. Another dilemma that might come up is being able to start healing from those mother wounds.
yeah,
So how do you begin to do that? You might realize that it won't be a fast healing process. Um, Allowing your mother wounds instead of being in denial of them, being able to acknowledge them,
hmm,
is very important. So being able to admit that you have a wound is the first step sometimes.
absolutely.
Learning to parent yourself. And a lot of times that just mean knowing the right way to take care of yourself, but also how to find yourself in a community of people who are taking care of themselves as well.
Hmm.
Learning how to self-soothe is very important, to calm yourself and not have the anxiety that often gets in the way, and developing self-awareness.
Yeah, those are really important things to do. Um, Also, allowing yourself to really feel all of the emotions that you have towards your mother, the good, the bad, the positive, the negative, really feeling all of that is important. Find others in your family, community, or sphere of influence with whom you can build healthy mothering or mentoring relationships. That's gonna help you to heal. And then last but not least, begin to work toward truly forgiving your mother. Not so much because she necessarily deserves to be forgiven, but more so because you don't deserve to experience the negative impact of unforgiveness in your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know another thing that kind of sticks out is sometimes recognizing how to heal from the criticism. Because
Mm,
the criticism sometimes is often what makes you really perfectionistic in many ways. So being able to not be so hard on yourself is a big one as well.
absolutely.
Um, so thanks for all of this, for being here and being present today.
Yeah.
Don't forget to join us immediately following the show for an even deeper discussion of our topic, healing our mother wounds, on our live stream in the Psychology of Everyday Success on Facebook. Um, the link is facebook.com/groups/psychology of everyday success. See you soon.
Take care. We'll see you shortly.
Peace.